The following is a presentation of the United Wrestling Network.
Championship Wrestling presented by Pro Shingle. It's Saturday afternoon in the Grind City. That means it's bell time. I am Dustin STARR alongside my lovely Maria.
Huge matchups are on the program this week as we dive into part 2 of our 3-part milestone coverage. These blockbuster events are always full of incredible talent, and part 1 kicked things off the right way. This
week on Milestone, you'll see Adrian Quest get his official and sanctioned shot at Royce Isaacs and the United TV title. We all saw Royce accept the immediate title defense after Quest beat Jamie Iovine. We all saw Adrian win that match. But last week, we saw footage of Nico nullifying that victory and taking the title away.
Adrian Quest is upset, but he needs to focus if he's going to take on the captain of the upper class.
That's
Royce
right.
Isaacs has beaten just about everyone that's been put in front of him, and Quest can't let his emotions get in the way.
We've got some debuts this week as well. The question mark, that's right, the question mark, and Thunder Rosa will be in the house representing our friends over at NWA Powerrr. Their popularity have taken the wrestling world by storm. Karate!
But first, we kick things off with a grudge match many months in the making. Dan Joseph finally goes one-on-one with Ty Matthews.
I was in the broadcast booth when Ty Matthews brought Dan Joseph's family into this whole thing. We know Dicky Mayer will be at ringside, but what role will he play?
Well, it's time to find out. Let's head to ringside with Todd Kennelly and Andrew Jasick.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Dicky Mayer from Woodward, Oklahoma, weighing in at 205 pounds. He is the first progenitor of hyper-optimism, Ty Matthews.
Set for action here, week 2 of Milestone. Ty Matthews, always with a grin like a cat that just ate the canary. He might lose that smile as Dan Joseph finally is going to get his hands on him one-on-one.
I just want to high-five him through their TV, Kennelly. I just want to high-five him. Love this man.
You would.
Ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you that your scheduled match between Ty Matthews and Dan Joseph will not be happening tonight. You see, Dan, I saw the look in your eyes when I pinned you in the middle of this ring the last time we met each other. And I saw into the soul of a defeated man. You see, by the end of the day, Dan Joseph, he's gonna do exactly what I've been saying this whole time, and he's gonna raise his hand in allegiance of hyper-optimism. Everything I've done and everything I've said up until now has been part of a master plan, and that plan comes to fruition tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to the defeated man, the shell of his former self, and the newest crusader in the name of hyper-optimism. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Joseph.
Kid me another bait and switch.
You talking about a
by
bait
Ty
and switch?
Matthews?
Talking about a bait and switch. You heard him. You heard it. You doubt that man? The man knows his stuff, Kennelly.
And introducing his opponent from Buffalo, New York, weighing in at 201 pounds, Dan Joseph.
How many hurdles is Ty Matthews going to force Dan Joseph to leap?
What are you talking about? The man makes the man better, Kennelly. You don't get change without challenge, and absolutely, Ty Matthews knows that. Look at Dan Joseph right now. He's like, hey, he's onto something. He's a cool guy.
I doubt very seriously that is what's going through the mind of my former broadcast colleague.
Former broadcast colleague. You know what, Kenley? Every single time I'm out here, you have to go ahead and talk about Dan Joseph, about being a former broadcast colleague. He wasn't good then, he's not good now.
Well, Milestone's all about remembering the good old days.
That's enough. Truth. And the man. Dan the man. Dan the man. You see, I stand like a man in front of you because you say you know me, Ty Matthews, and you know I'm going to put my hand up and I'm going to be your friend. Well, you knew a little bit, and a little bit of knowledge. Brother, that's a dangerous thing. You didn't know the fire that burns in me for my family. You don't know how I feel when you insult my family, and now I'm gonna put my hand up like that? Okay, hotshot. Okay, because I see what you do. You ain't nothing. You got in my head earlier, but no more. You're just a little crazy, dysfunctional motivational speaker. A little Tiny Robbins here. Now,
Swing and a miss there by Dicky Mayer, and likewise for the first progenitor of hyper-optimism.
Match hasn't even started, Kenley. Match hasn't even started. What is he doing?
Well, Ty Matthews was trying to weasel himself out of the match.
Excuse somebody like Ty Matthews for trying to motivate Dan Joseph. This is insane. Listen to these people. These idiots, they don't get it just like you don't get it, Kenley. He's trying to help that man.
Oh, you mean Tiny Robbins?
Tiny Robbins. It wasn't even a funny joke.
I found it hilarious.
That's because you're lame.
Big shots now, and now back to our originally scheduled matchup here. One way or another, there's no official, because this thing not official at the moment. Dan Joseph, though, getting what he wants, and that's getting his hands all over Ty Matthews.
Oh, yeah, but you know what? Dan Joseph can only go so far because there's one man there. That's Dicky Mayer going back in to make the save. Beautiful job. He shows his respect, Kenley. He knows where he came from.
Well, this was not supposed to be a handicap match.
It's not any match. There's no official in there. Every single thing right there is out the door. The legal mumbo jungle is gone.
Now, running down Dicky Mayer is Dan Joseph.
not the Dicky!
Oh, Gore, that big spear out of nowhere. Ever the opportunist, Ty Matthews. Makes me sick.
If there was a referee in here, this thing would be over, and Dan Joseph would be submitting, crying to his master, knowing that he should have stayed exactly where he was, and he got a big head about himself, and he disrespected Ty Matthews, and now he's paying the price, Kenley.
Master of misdirection is Ty Matthews, but now you got Dicky Mayer out there who is a bona fide killer. He can pick you apart in a hurry. So this is a dangerous situation here. Oh, now attacking the digits, this time Matthews.
And it wasn't just attacking the digits, Kenley. He said, if you're not going to give me your hand, I'm going to give it for you. Beautiful job by Ty Matthews.
This is hard to watch.
If they're not careful.
I agree with you there. Officials out now finally to stop this. No!
That's Kenley. That his hand might be broken.
I think I heard a snap there. Andrew Jasick, you could hear it. Wide open shot by this charlatan. We finally thought that Dan Joseph was going to get that one-on-one matchup that we're going to find out what happens. We're going to try and restore some order here, fans. We'll be back after this. Unbelievable.
Memphis weather can be tricky, and so can repairing a roof, but not with Pro Shingle. Complicated insurance claims are easy with Pro Shingle. They'll handle that process for you. Pro Shingle offers free estimates and have financing plans in place so they can help you right now. Be sure to ask about their new roof shampoo. Locally owned and operated, fully licensed and insured, it's the simple choice. Go to ProShingle.com, 901-258-6503, and let Pro Shingle help today.
Car Hop Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value.
Time that!
You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this.
Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or crispy tender sandwich plus tots for $2.99.
Welcome back, everyone. The officials pleading with Dan Joseph because he's a one-handed man here at this point. But Dan wants this match. I mean, so fired up. He came here to fight. You can see him clutching that hand close to his body, though. He's certainly not going to be throwing any right hands, you got to believe. this continues.
That was just one hand, Kennelly. He has one more hand to go. And if you think Ty Matthews has any reservations about breaking that 1-2, you are sadly mistaken. Dan Joseph, don't be stupid. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, my God.
Charging in was Ty Matthews, and look at that left working quite well and using what he's got. You mentioned he's got one more hand, he's got 2 feet, he's got a lot of heart, and he's got a lot of hatred. There he used the right hand, sacrifice play, and you can see the effects. Looking to take advantage was Ty Matthews, who eats the drop kick, but even landing on that drop kick, affecting the hand of Dan Joseph.
Everything's going to affect the hand, especially if you use that side of your body dominantly. Every single thing you do is going to affect that hand. Every single time he falls, every single time he drops, he's going to drop that hand too.
Tempted pin, again, all the extracurricular before the matchup. I'm begging for Ty Matthews to be a man and just compete one-on-one, face-to-face.
Milestone is all about settling scores, Kennelly. It's all about settling scores. That's why it's so incredibly long. It's over the course of several weeks. And Dan Joseph and Ty Matthews, I've been looking forward to this for a very long time. It is finally time to shut that idiot Dan Joseph up and make sure he stays in his place.
It is about settling scores, and the actions of Matthews and Dicky Mayer might have robbed Dan Joseph from a fair opportunity to do so.
You call fair? What is fair? Is this
not
fair,
this.
Kennelly? Is this fair, Kennelly?
No, it is not.
All's fair in love and war, Kennelly. This is Milestone. Lighten up.
2-on-1 attack. They brutalize the hand of Dan Joseph on the outside, perhaps crushing it, breaking several bones. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, you got to figure it out. And I see it. That hand is swelling up, Kennelly. It's getting purple in some bad spots. Dan Joseph definitely has a broken hand at this point. Ty Matthews knows that. And look at him now playing with that man, playing with the broken shell that is Dan Joseph.
This brutality after a lengthy period of mind games by Ty Matthews, trying to break down Dan Joseph mentally and now physically. And look at this, again, attacking that injured hand. You can hear the screams of pain by Dan Joseph. Your referee has to take a good look at this.
Yeah, the referee should show some mercy on Dan Joseph and just call this whole dang thing. But you know what? If Dan wants to go in there and make a fool of himself and further damage that hand to the point where he can never use it again in his life, that's his prerogative, Kennelly.
Even using the elbow there, sending shockwaves straight to the hand of Dan Joseph. Doesn't have the strength to secure the lock for the suplex, and gets beaten down again by Matthews.
Oh, continuing to punish, continuing to embarrass Dan Joseph. And all he had to do, Kennelly, all this time, all he had to do was show respect to Ty Matthews, and he refused to do that. And again, he's paying the price for it right now.
Dan Joseph finding out the hard way right now just how much that injury affects his offensive playbook. Extremely limited in what he can do in there right now. Look out here. Great throw by Ty Matthews. Well-versed in many forms of the suplex. Into the cover, looking for the victory. Doesn't hook the leg. And again, the heart of Dan Joseph, allowing him to fight on in this matchup, maybe against better judgment.
You know, you got to figure this. Ty Matthews did not start out as this hyper-optimistic person. He came from disdain, he came from streets, he came from hard times, and he understands that, and he's beating Dan Joseph at his own game right now. Watch, he goes up top, this is nasty.
Usually Ty Matthews more of a flightless bird, and you find out why. Should have stayed grounded. And this is a huge opportunity maybe for Dan Joseph. But look at, you see Dicky Mayer looming on the outside.
Looming on the outside is right, Kennelly. You do whatever you can to secure a victory. That's what hyper-optimism is all about, is making sure that you have the V no matter what.
Making sure you have the 2-on-1 advantage.
2-on-1 advantage? It's not a 2-on-1 advantage. Dan Joseph knew what he was getting into when he came out here.
Springboarding in, was looking for that German suplex. Again, not able to do it. Has enough there for the flapjack. And Matthews hit hard and heavy. Here's the cover. Oh, what a gutsy win. Not yet. And you saw that Dicky Mayer, look, he was all too ready to come in there. and aid and assist.
No, okay, so you and I are obviously watching two completely different things. You can keep your biases at the door. Dicky Mayer was shouting at Ty Matthews, got a little too excited. That's what optimism can do for you. He definitely had some motivation to go in there and make sure that Ty Matthews heard him, so he leaned into the ring a little bit. Every single thing with you is cheating or some kind of two-faced 2-on-1 and all this stuff. Crying all you can, Kennelly.
Dan Joseph's going to have to get creative here. Again, he's down one hand in this matchup, looking for a tornado DDT. Gets suplexed right into that bottom rope, and again, got to go back in history here. It was a knee injury that kept Dan Joseph sidelined for quite some time, and that blow to the rope is not going to do him any favors. Double hook of the leg here by Matthews. Close call.
Very, very close call indeed. You know, you got to figure this. You're going to have a hand that is now completely useless. You take apart the legs, and that's completely useless. Taking one part at a time, picking them down limb from limb is Ty Matthews to Dan Joseph. And now getting ready to finish it off here, Kennelly.
Dan Joseph's going to run out of options, but a beautiful counter. He saw the spear coming. Caught him with that backcracker. Oh, can you imagine if he pulls this off? Here's the cover. There's two. The referee distracted by Dicky Mayer.
The referee distracted by anything. The man has a short attention span. That's not the fault of Dicky Mayer. Keep your nose in the match where it belongs.
Well, speaking of distractions.
No!
Dicky Mayer eats the gore. Distance created, drop kick. Oh my goodness, where is Dan Joseph finding this from? Just digging way down deep. It's the love of his family, the pride, the guts, the will to fight. You're seeing it all on display. Caught him with the DDT into, look at, guillotine now drops him yet again. The instant replay, you might say. 2 for the price of 1. Into the cover, will he get the 1, 2, 3? He does!
Oh!
Yes! Yes, yes, yes!
Here is your winner, Dan Joseph!
Sweet revenge for Dan Joseph. More to come at Milestone.
Our next free watch party at Dave & Buster's is Sunday, January 26th for WWE Royal Rumble. Arrive early for your chance to win big prizes in the Royal Rumble matches. Dave & Buster's Wolf Chase. The all-new Championship Wrestling podcast is presented by Be Free CBD. Hosted by Dustin Starr. We'll recap all the action, look ahead to what's coming up next, plus insights on the hottest feuds. BeFreeCBD.com joins forces with Championship Wrestling to help you be and feel your best.
We are the dreamers.
We changed the world.
Because we don't give up.
IU can help you live your dream.
IU is an online college, so your campus is wherever you want it to be.
Take classes when you want to take classes.
You receive the tools you need at no extra cost.
Even a brand new laptop and tablet to use in school.
Call IU, then tell them your dream.
Call 1-800-604-0483. That's 1-800-604-0483.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Los Angeles, California, Viva Van!
Switching gears to showcase the women's division of Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. And Viva Van, we've seen her in action here in the Ocean View Pavilion before. Great competitor, very agile, very well versed in the art of lucha libre. She's got a tough uphill battle in this matchup.
Absolutely, Kennelly, and honestly, I don't like her chances against her competitor, which is about to make her way down right now.
And introducing her opponent from the graveyards of Tijuana, Mexico, Thunder Rosa!
In the decade of Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, one of the big focal points has been the relationship with the National Wrestling Alliance. That partnership stronger than ever before. Straight from NWA Powerrr, we see Thunder Rosa. Incredible lethal striking ability. Such an aggressive competitor. Should be a great matchup. Clash of styles in this one.
Clash of styles, to say the least. And anybody that comes in from NWA Powerrr, you know they are bringing their A game. Thunder Rosa is no exception to that. This woman has brought so much pain to her opponents. She's an amazing athlete, and Viva Van better bring her A game tonight.
Viva Van's gonna have to stick a move. You see the collar and elbow tie up. Not too many competitors will pick a fight with Allison Kay. That's exactly what Thunder Rosa did at NWA Powerrr time and time again. And so aggressive. Going for the hair is Thunder Rosa. Great competitor wherever the fight may go in the world of combat sports. Saw her journey into mixed martial arts recently on NWA Powerrr as well, documented. Can really do it all. But loves to dish out pain and punishment, and looks to do that right now. Into the fireman's carry here by Thunder Rosa. Out the back door goes Viva Van, trying to use her agility and trying to catch a quick one. Close call.
Viva Van has been absent for a little while now, but coming back, definitely wants to make an impact. If you can imagine, if she puts away Thunder Rosa, that will definitely
cover after the leg sweep.
Give her some credibility in this company, Kennelly.
Trying to keep Thunder Rosa off balance. Stealing a little page out of Rosa's playbook with that short elbow. And again, well versed. We'll see if balance serves her well. Well, getting a little too flashy, then tries to go rudimentary into the arm drag, but nullified. Quick leg drop there by Thunder Rosa into the cover. Had seen enough of that.
Absolutely. You can't do something like that with Thunder Rosa and expect a good outcome out of it. Thunder Rosa has been there, done that, knows her opponents way too well, and she will punish you for making stupid mistakes.
That's why they call it high-risk offense. Paying for it right now is Viva Van. Nice cover. Trying to put her away is Thunder Rosa. Again, you heard those drums, just proud of that warrior heritage is Thunder Rosa.
I wouldn't be proud. That's definitely a lot to be proud of. But Thunder Rosa, look at this. Every single time that she handles Viva Van, every single second that she has an opportunity for it, she's grabbing that hair. She's playing dirty. She's doing everything she can to make sure that she punishes her and gives her that pain. And that's what Thunder Rosa is known for best.
Thunder Rosa gives her that little something extra on every maneuver, as you mentioned. In complete control right now, and Viva Van trying to fight from underneath in earnest, but you're not going to outstrike the striker in this exchange. Viva Van's got to use her speed, got to get out of there, get some distance.
Thunder Rosa now getting lippy with the referee, and the referee knows he ain't going to do nothing to Thunder Rosa either.
This is the dominance we've grown to accustom from Thunder Rosa in Atlanta, Georgia at NWA Powerrr, and now bringing it out here to the West Coast at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Picking up the pace, double knees, couldn't see it coming, and Van crumbles to the canvas.
Something like that could snap your neck in a New York minute, Kennelly.
Into the cover now, Thunder Rosa going for the victory, near fall.
Viva Van hasn't put in much offense, but I will tell you this, and I'll give her a little bit of credit. She's definitely kicking out. She's holding her own in there as best she can with the likes of Thunder Rosa. Unfortunately, someone like that who does moves like this and has absolutely no regard to your well-being is just not going to get put away with such little attempts to do offensive moves.
Neck breaker now. High-impact move by Thunder Rosa. Continues to just dissect her opponent in this matchup. We saw the double knees earlier by Rosa. We know how deadly she is with the double stomp axe kick. Right between the shoulder blades. That thunder stomp that she has utilized to perfection on Powerrr. Powerful way to put your opponent away. But look at this, the guts on display of Viva Van, trying to use her agility as we mentioned she would have to. You got to stick and move, double knees in her own right. Trying to turn it into a pinning combination. Count of two.
Viva Van might have tried to get a little steal a page out of some of my favorite wrestlers' playbooks, grab that rope when she was covering Thunder Rosa, but that just shows the desperation she has against that woman.
Fight fire with fire, that's for certain. Whatever it takes to try and get that victory, especially in a high-profile matchup like this at Milestone. Thunder Rosa goes 0 to painful in about 1.5 seconds. Look out here, not where you want to be if you're Viva Van.
Oh my goodness, Kennelly, that broke her in half the absolute wrong way. Looks like a lawn chair right now. That's got to be it for Viva Van.
Thunder stomp into the cover. That's going to do it.
Here is your winner, Thunder Rosa.
Whether it's Atlanta, Georgia, or out here on the west coast of California, one thing remains the same. Thunder Rosa, dominant in competition. More coming your way at Milestone.
Welcome back to Championship Wrestling presented by Pro Shingle, and welcome to a special interview that's going to air exclusively all across the United Wrestling Network. Of course, I'm Dustin Starr alongside my lovely Maria.
That's right, Dustin. Our guests today need no introduction, but for those of you living under a rock for the past several months, please welcome Cody, Executive Vice President of AEW, and Brandi Rhodes, Chief Brand Officer of AEW.
Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Guys. Oh my gosh, this is too cool. First of all, I got to give you guys a compliment. You simply go by Cody and Brandi, even though you have one of the most famous last names in the history of professional wrestling. How cool is that, man?
I think I got the rub off of Dusty's name for long enough that I'm all good with it. And also my experience with New Japan was they were not able to say Rhodes, because they would say that just the way New Japan would pronounce it was Rhodes. So I just got tired of hearing Rhodes. I don't think I've ever told that to anyone, but like, I was like, I'm good with just the American Nightmare Cody, and now like I'm happy with just that.
Well,
I actually use the Rhodes.
I was gonna say I've been working my whole life to wear J's with a tuxedo, so you guys are way ahead of me. I'm sorry to cut you off.
J's are good. We have a saying at AEW, J's for the boys. We haven't said it in a while. It was back in the day, like when Nick Jackson will always, let's get some J's for the boys, which we've never provided an entire locker room full of J's, but one day. It's like a good holiday gift. Like, we'll get some J's for the boys.
Very cool. I'm just looking around. I cut Brandi off and making sure that Awesome Kong's not lurking around here somewhere.
Well, if I had last name Rhodes, I would definitely use that. Dustin was actually named after your dad, Cody.
That's right.
So he's been playing off your dad's name forever, too.
I like it.
Well, a little bit, yeah. I came home from the hospital, and the story is that I didn't have a name, and your dad was wrestling on television. They said, hey, let's call him Dusty, and that's how it happened, man.
I like that. I like that in 2020 now that his influence, even though he's passed on, is like everywhere. I mean, the NXT is running the Dusty Rhodes Tag Tournament against Dustin and myself wrestling on Dynamite. And you mentioned your name. It's cool. I'm glad. I'm really glad about that.
Well, we appreciate you guys being here in Memphis. And earlier in the week, you paid tribute to the legends of Memphis wrestling. And this is a question for both of you. How important was it to get Memphis on the schedule so fast?
That was actually, we always have to give credit for markets to our market rep, Raphael Morphy. He's fantastic. He knows where to go, and he's got his finger on the pulse of what markets are consuming our product the most. So Memphis was up there, so they got to get an early shot with us.
Plus, any market like Memphis, it's not just a market to me because I'm from North Georgia and these southern-based wrestling areas that like so important to just the legacy of wrestling in the first place. Like if you say, hey, we're going to take a shot on Memphis, or we're going to take a shot on Charlotte, or even like Fayetteville or Atlanta, my hometown, I'm instantly plugged into that. And to have the idea, which was Tony Khan's idea, to have the idea to, respect and acknowledge the legends and the history of Memphis wrestling, great idea, well executed, well done, gracefully, glad we could do it.
Well, I got to know we are married, we work together. Sometimes it's frustrating.
Here we go.
Tell us all about it, Brandi. How is working side by side
Be careful, Cody, all right?
It's actually pretty easy. I mean, we kind of have our own areas that we're working on. I mean, literally, you don't do anything with the brand. You don't step on any of my stuff brand-wise.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I feel like we have some creative differences for sure, but that's
all
good because you got to hear another side of the coin when you're trying to think of these things. It can't just be always what you think is right.
Big lesson for me is I have to value her stuff as much as I value my own stuff. I put a lot of creative thought into stuff, and if I ever catch myself like, yeah, that sounds good, ooh.
So that's the key. You got to stay in your lane.
Yeah, okay. Got it. I got it. We talked a little bit about the legends of Memphis wrestling, and real quick, a lot of the performers that you have on AEW Dynamite, they paved the way and trailblazed right through Championship Wrestling from Hollywood and also Championship Wrestling presented by Pro Shingle. Everybody from Brandon Cutler, Scorpio Sky had his farewell match with us here just a couple of months ago. Peter Avalon came through the program, and of course somebody that you know all too well, MJF. Real quick, just tell us what's going on with you and MJF. What are you going to do to him?
MJF is short and he has yellow teeth, and that's very real. And for someone who is so vulgar and vile to the audience, it's a strange and bizarre, he needs to take a little bit of a look inside. Everyone else you named are wonderful. Sky, wonderful, been a huge part of AEW, and everyone getting to know Scorpio Sky now this far into his career is great. Peter Avalon's way better than the world has seen, and I'm looking forward to him growing on Dynamite, because there's a lot to Peter Avalon. And Brandon Cutler's the man. That guy deserves a raise for the amount of work he's been doing behind the scenes and actually in the ring. And he's special. Plus his wife Denise makes half the roster's pay-per-view.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. So getting a lot from the Hollywood folks.
Husband-wife duos.
Yeah. Here's to the husband and wife duos.
And real quick, before we go, tell everybody where we can find you guys. What's coming up next for AEW?
Well, you can find us every Wednesday night on TNT, of course, but we're making our rounds. We're all over the South. I mean, South Haven is one thing, but we're going to be hitting lots of the major markets, so just...
February 29th, Revolution, Wintrust in Chicago. That's our next major pay-per-view.
Cannot wait for that. Guys, Brandi, Cody, thank you so much for joining us here on Championship Wrestling, presented by Pro Shingle. Be sure to tune in to AEW Dynamite every Wednesday at 7 Central, and you can follow them at AEW on TNT. Stay with us.
Showered by bills? It's raining cash at 745 Cash. Title loans, payday loans.
I got $400. I got $2,500. And they even gave me $2 bills.
I'm not a customer, but I referred my brother and got $100 referral cash. Why go anywhere else?
We'll buy your loan from any competitor. Just go to 745cash.com and get started now.
Go for the gold with a golden title loan. 745 Cash.
Severe weather can mean storm damage to the roof of your home. If you have a leak and need a repair, need a brand new roof, or just need a simple cleaning, let Pro Shingle help today. Go to proshingle.com or call 901-258-6503.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Kid Isaac from sunny Southern California, weighing in at 3,000 butterflies, Gentleman Jervis.
Boo! Boo! How can you boo this man?
How can you boo any man? These men deserve it. I hate these guys.
Gentlemania running wild as it has so many times here at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood as we celebrate another anniversary here at Milestone. He's given us so many great moments.
Milestone was great up until this point, gentlemen.
I don't think that's a bit harsh.
And introducing his opponent, hailing from Monrovia, weighing in at 280 pounds, the Question Mark.
Question Mark making his Hollywood debut, shrouded in mystery, forged in the lava and the cold Mongrovian winds, and a master of karate.
He's a master of karate, you said?
It's karate.
That's what I said, karate.
Our own John Roberts found that out the hard way in a recent interview as well.
Well, in any event, I don't like Jervis's chances, and thank goodness somebody's on here to finally put an end to this clown.
I don't like Jervis's chances. At one point, Jervis has had some great wins, former tag team champion, and looking to offer some sportsmanship, a little hug to the Question Mark.
Oh, yeah.
Question is, will he accept?
Oh, I see what you did there. That was funny. Are there hugs in karate?
No, I think it's more of an art, a striking art. It's not really grappling based.
Well, that man is mysterious, Kenley.
Well, we'll see if these two can get on the same page when it comes to the bowing.
What is Jervis doing? Jervis is doing it all wrong. Look, he made him mad.
Throwing the hat, and Jervis, I don't know, kind of playing into the game plan, you got to believe of the Question Mark, but takes control of the arm, and if you can neutralize the arm, you take out some of that karate. I don't think the Question Mark even knows what to think of this.
You think the question mark is ticklish, Ken?
I don't think there's any tickling in Monrovia. There you see the karate on display. Nice takedown by the question mark. The question mark has certainly bolstered the opportunities of Aaron the Idol Stevens on NWA Powerrr, a unique partnership of sorts.
Is Jervis thinking? No, he's not thinking at all. That answers that. That was easy.
Well, you get that position, you're not putting yourself in harm's way, but eats a big karate chop there, and another by the question mark. Got to watch out for that Mongrovian spike. Our own D-man Dan Parker found out the hard way on Powerrr, got turned inside out. So lethal. One for the highlight reel, low light if you're Dan Parker. Look out here, round and round he goes. Momentum. And Gentleman Jervis looking to take advantage, maybe a home field advantage, as the question mark is a long way from Monrovia, but seemed impervious to pain on that exchange.
Well, the question mark is impervious to pain. Obviously, the man is he's shrouded in this. He's an enigma, Kennelly, an absolute enigma. And that's the idea. He's playing mind games with his opponent. You could tell that Jervis is falling right into the trap. Listen to the crowd. They love him. We love him.
I love it. But I agree with you. Jervis can't go shot for shot in the mysterious art of karate. He's got to fight his own fight. He's got to stick and move. He's got to be unorthodox. This is, as you mentioned, falling straight into the game plan of the question mark.
You know, I got a great game plan for Jervis. He should probably just go back to the locker room, pack up, and go home.
I want to know, you usually have the scoop. Who do you think this guy is? Who is the question mark?
Well, Kennelly, I don't think I know. I know who the question mark is, Kennelly. I know exactly who's under that mask.
Oh, man, he gave him, I think, a variation of the death touch there. You saw it. Finger strike into the nerve endings, and Jervis just crumbled to the canvas.
This is the most unique thing I've ever seen live, Kennelly.
Watch out if you're Kid Isaac out there. Crane kick. That won the All Valley tournament. Is it going to take down the question mark? Remains to be answered. Big spear by Gentleman Jervis. Oh, look out here. Did not elect to go for the cover. Mistake in your estimation there, Andrew?
I'm just trying to figure out what we're talking about, the Old Valley tournament. You talking about Mr. Miyagi and them?
I was talking about the crane kick, yes.
Oh, that was terrible joke.
Yes, Daniel LaRusso used it to get victory over Johnny Lawrence, although some thought that it was an illegal strike. Look out here, low-risk offense. He ran right into that variation of the Mongrovian spike. Now he gets all of it. Down goes Jervis, victim to the art of karate.
You're the best around.
Here is your winner, the question mark.
The question mark using the power, you might say, of karate. More coming your way at Milestone.
Who is that man?
Welcome to the Championship Wrestling Control Center, presented by @CW30's Wrestling official YouTube channel.
Catch all the highlights, web exclusives, plus every single episode in full, absolutely free, including last week's Milestone Part 1, featuring the Arizona State Championship match. It was incredible.
It was. So take that subscribe button to Slap City at CW30 Wrestling on YouTube. Now, part 2 of our Milestone coverage began in intense fashion.
This feud has been going on for months between Dan Joseph and the Hyper Optimism movement, and today it finally came to a head.
Sure did. Dan Joseph got his hands on, or should I say left hand, on Ty Matthews.
Hey, you know what? Dan turned down the offer to join their cult. Dicky and Ty made Dan pay for it. Ty's proven to be an evil genius, and he actually took out Dan's dominant hand with a brutal pre-match attack, and it was also a little bit symbolic.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was left-handed, but he refused to raise in unison with Ty and Dicky, was absolutely destroyed, but Dan overcame and not only survived a 2-on-1 situation, but he defeated Ty soundly.
That's right. Dan Joseph, one of our most popular superstars here, Hopefully now he can move forward and build a successful wrestling career without Ty Matthews or Dickie Mayer.
That's right. The stars of the NWA both picked up wins in their debuts. Thunder Rosa dominated, returning Viva Van, and the question mark caught Gentleman Jervis out of midair with his dreaded karate spike for the victory.
Karate! Not karate, karate!
Well, however you say it, it was effective. But now, can the high-speed and high-flying offense of Adrian Quest prove effective against the TV champ Royce Isaacs? That huge TV title match is your main event, and it's coming up right after the break.
Will there be another celebration? Stay tuned to find out.
Car Hop Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value. Time that! You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this. Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or crispy tender sandwich plus tots for $2.99.
The all-new Championship Wrestling podcast is presented by Be Free CBD. Hosted by Dustin Starr. We'll recap all the action, look ahead to what's coming up next, plus insights on the hottest feuds. BeFreeCBD.com joins forces with Championship Wrestling to help you be and feel your best.
It is main event time, and there you see who I estimate to be the uncrowned United Television Champion. He defeated the champion, Royce Isaacs, after defeating Jamie Iovine. He jumped that hurdle, but Nico Marquez making the judgment that it was non-sanctioned, but he gets his opportunity here at Milestone.
You get one more opportunity, kid. One more opportunity. Don't screw it up like you did last time.
There you see him, the captain of Jamie Iovine's upper class. The roster a little thinner as of late, as Double Platinum didn't agree to, or couldn't agree and come to terms contractually. So it's kind of down to the television champion and the Killer Bay, Heather Monroe.
Good riddance to Bad Rubbers. I always hated those guys.
Royce Isaacs putting the gold on the line. When Adrian Quest initially made the challenge, Iovine and Isaacs kind of laughed it off. I don't think they were laughing when Young Fuego defeated the champion last time out, although, of course, the title now we now know was not on the line, but it certainly is this time out.
You know, as we could tell, defeated did not defeat because he's not wearing that title. You know, in fact, according to me, that match never even happened, Kennelly.
Oh, it happened. It happened all right. And champion and challenger both know it. And how does it affect their psyche? It's coming in to this main event, television title matchup. Seconds away from action, and we go to ring announcer Adnan Qureshi to set the stage.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the United Television Championship. Introducing first the challenger. From the Quest Coast, weighing in at 162 pounds, Young Fuego, Adrian Quest. And introducing the champion, from the Mile High City, weighing in at 232.5 pounds. He is the team captain of Jamie Iovine's upper class and the United Television Champion, Royce Isaacs.
Stage is set. What a main event we have. Can Young Fuego catch lightning in a bottle again and defeat Isaacs when the title is officially on the line? No loopholes in this one. Officially sanctioned title matchup. There's what it's all about. The United Television Championship. And since it's Milestone, that championship has been a cornerstone of this program. Great television champions, the likes of Scorpio Sky, Willie Mack, Bateman,
Royce Isaacs.
Long list, and Royce Isaacs, again the champion. Gets caught in the early going there. Young Fuego fired up, and you gotta believe, the Young Fuego does believe now. He knows he can beat Isaacs, but can he do it here in this championship main event?
Well, he's going to have to do it all over again. You know, the fact you get lucky one time does not mean anything. You got to reach down deep to pull it off again. And Royce Isaacs, the idea is that Royce Isaacs already knows his game plan, already knows his tricks, already knows all the little dirty stunts he's going to pull, and he's not going to have it this time, Kennelly.
Bulldog, and he's got the champion rocked in the early seconds of this matchup. Senton outside, inside, keeping the champ off balance and into the cover, looking to make quick work of Isaacs.
You're not. Nobody's going to make quick work of Isaacs, Kennelly.
You catch him sleeping.
Showing your ignorance again, Kennelly. Talking out of your butt like you always do. Royce Isaacs not going to be able to let that one go. Royce Isaacs is going to walk home exactly how he came in, the United Television champion.
Isaacs has been through some wars with that title on the line a while ago. A bull rope matchup with Bateman. What a bloody war that was. And now in there with a different style competitor in Young Fuego, who is all fired up. That chop doesn't register, just makes him angrier. You just get a sense that there's confidence just brimming in Young Fuego. He feels that this is his time.
Well, it's Milestone, Kennelly. What better stage to crown that champion than this one? But you have to remember that just because you're in a big event against an amazing talent, against with all odds stacked against you, and you did it the first time, doesn't mean you're going to be able to do it again.
Here, Young Fuego will go high risk. Suicide dive. It was blocked and nullified by the champion, who sends Adrian Quest into the stairs hard and heavy on the outside.
That's gotta hurt, Kennelly. That's gotta hurt. That's steel right there. That's not the rings. It's not the ropes. It's solid steel right there on the back of Adrian Quest. He is hurt right now.
Quest went high risk in the early going of the matchup, and it cost him there. Got stopped in a big way, and now just getting ragdolled by the physically dominant champion, Royce Isaacs.
2 bits of steel did Quest eat just within a minute apart, Kennelly, within a minute apart. Royce Isaacs in complete control right now. Look at him taunting the fans, and they love him, man. I love him too.
Yeah, but Isaacs cannot afford to get overconfident, but dragging Adrian Quest all over the Ocean View Pavilion on the outside. Now back into the inside, where he's going to try and finish off the challenger. Into the cover now, after gaining a huge advantage on the outside.
You see the eyes of Isaacs right there, the determination, the tenacity, the viciousness of Isaacs is just, it's awe-inspiring to me, Kennelly.
Adrian Quest, again, his challenge laughed off initially by Isaacs and Iovine. They weren't laughing after Quest beat him last time out. But, you know, again, it's just got to be a fire in the belly of Adrian Quest. He's come so close so many times. Can he win the big one here? And half Nelson nullified by the champion. In control right now is the champ. It continues right after this.
Severe weather can mean storm damage to the roof of your home. If you have a leak and need a repair, need a brand new roof, or just need a simple cleaning, let Pro Shingle help today. Go to proshingle.com or call 901-258-6503.
Dave & Buster's is the coolest place to eat, drink, play, and watch Royal Rumble. Join us. It's free to watch. Plus, your Royal Rumble number could win big prizes. Dave & Buster's Wolf Chase.
Welcome back to our main event for the United Television Championship. At the opening bell, it was all Adrian Quest. He's using his body as a projectile, flying all over the place. But then one misstep, that missed suicide dive to the outside, and the champion made him pay for it, and it's been all Isaacs ever since.
High risk, high reward, Kennelly, but when you don't get that reward, all you get is high defeat. That's exactly what Quest got.
Jawbreaker by Adrian Quest. You can see the effects etched all over the face of the champion. Sidewalk slam, deep hook of the leg, and Quest is going to have to contend with that size and strength advantage of the champ.
I bet Quest got a real big head after he beat up Jamie Iovine. After you come in there and you take advantage of somebody who's never trained a day in his life, go in there, wipe the mat with him, and think that you're the man, and have this all of a sudden this inspired confidence. And thanks to a few missteps by Royce, he actually takes the title away. But you know what? The reality is that Adrian Quest is not as good as Iovine or Royce, and Royce is now making him pay for his actions.
That sign me power slam. into the cover now. Only accounted to. For the champion, Royce Isaacs, winning championship gold has been his business. Business has been very good. Current television champion, former Heritage champion, former NWA World Tag Team title holder as well.
Did you see Royce's mouth right now? It is absolutely busted open. You might be able to thank that jawbreaker for that, Kennelly.
You could see initially, I mean, the shock on the face after he ate that jawbreaker, it certainly affected the champion, but we've seen the champion a bloody mess in the past. We look back to that bull rope match. He will fight with every ounce of blood he's got in him to hold on to that title.
You got to figure a man that can be able to do this to people, that has absolutely no regard to their well-being or their safety, will do every single thing he can to take that title home with him. And now that he knows everything about Adrian Quest, now that he's already battled Adrian Quest, and he understands all of his tactics, all of his tricks, just as I mentioned before, he is definitely going to make short work of this young punk, and he'll understand not to cross Isaacs again.
Covered out by the champion after that belly-to-back suplex. And I mentioned it earlier. With that huge power discrepancy, the champion has really ragdolled the challenger, and you saw it there again, the way he just was able to sling Quest down to the mat with that suplex. But you better be careful. You can't toy with young Fuego.
You can toy with young Frito all you want. What does it matter? The kid's a punk.
Well, it's working out for the champion right now, but better be careful when you play with fire. You might get burned. We'll see. And there you see it right there. Beautiful counter by young Fuego. Magistral cradle to make history this time.
He's going to pay for that, Kennelly. He's going to pay for it. Boom! And there it is. Make history, my foot. There's your man right there, Royce Isaacs.
What a clothesline. All the momentum. The athletic champion rolling through as well. Now looking to put him away. But again, only, and there you see the blood trickling from the mouth of the champion after that jawbreaker might have bit his own tongue. Who knows?
And look at the face of that man. Jamie Iovine looking on with angst, looking on with anxiety, making sure that his client is well versed in there and making sure that he's going to take home that victory. This is why this team works so well. They have that unity, they have that foundation. You know, you could talk about double platinum all you want and leaving or whatever. They were cowards and they have no business being in here with Jamie Iovine and Royce Isaacs. Royce Isaacs now about to make the short work. He might be able to seal his victory right now.
The power of Royce Isaacs, the balance. But look at this. How about the agility of the challenger and would-be champion able to counter into the Hurricane Rana and buy some time.
Oh, this is not looking good.
It's going to come down to who wants it more. Who's going to dig down deeper, find that little something extra with the United Television Championship on the line. And as this thing goes into deep water, that bleeding in the mouth, when you can't breathe through your nose any longer, he might not be able to breathe through his mouth either, talking about the champ.
And you know what? This is the first time I've seen in a long time Jamie Iovine has this look of worry on his face. He did not have coming into this match. And speaking of worry, my goodness.
Didn't pay off earlier, but it does this time. Springboard into the crossbody, and down goes the champ yet again. Problem is, you can't put him away for the title here on the outside, and you got to be leery of Iovine as well.
Yes, absolutely. You have Iovine in there as a factor. You do not want to get too close to too many enemies at once, and that's exactly what Quest has put himself into. Jamie Iovine is stepping back, giving Quest the opportunity to take advantage, and that's fine and dandy because he has confidence that Royce is going to be able to counter this.
Challenger had the champ cornered. Champ fighting his way out. However, big super kick. Drops the champion to a knee. Can young Fuego capitalize all this strength to get him in that fireman's carry? Death Valley driver delivers. Last-ditch effort, however, slow to cover. Oh, now finds a way. Here we go. Can he hook the leg? So close. That hand was coming down.
You see the strength that it had that young Frito had to take to get up the leg of Royce Isaacs. He could barely even lift that leg. That's how gassed he is. That's how tired he is. That's how broken and busted he is right now. That's the punishment from Royce Isaacs talking.
Young Fuego, I'm begging you. Okay, show the guy some respect. He's in there in a hellacious battle in our main event for the television title, and you think it's cute to call him young Frito? Okay, enough's enough. It wasn't funny the first time.
I can't help it that the sheet is wrong. What do you want me to do?
I didn't know you could read. Yeah, hold on. Look out here. Oh, big shot there. Turned him inside out. My goodness. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Now into the grass, fishing for the win. Count at 2. Young Fuego finds a way to keep fighting.
I wouldn't have been able to find that way. That looked like it was really, really painful. I have never seen anybody I've never seen anybody flip absolutely backwards, outside, inside out like that, like Royce Isaacs did to young Frito. This is absolutely insane.
Royce is such a great athlete as well. He's not pure power. He's got tons of torque and momentum as well. He's looking for the hush money, looking for a counter roll-up. Look at this. Just total control. Oh, my goodness. Out of the scramble. Young Fuego gets the better of it. Into the leg drop, just keeping the champ guessing. Man.
Adrian Quest now looking for this springboard. This is where he's absolutely most dangerous.
The survivalist is the challenger. 40-ounce bounce. Caught enough. Got that knee up. Champ goes down in harm's way. Only a count of 2. 2 3/4.
This is definitely a lot closer than I thought it would be, Kennelly. And I think it might be a little bit closer than Royce Isaacs thought it to be. Look at his eyes. Look at the look of worry. Jamie Iovine is now slamming on the mat, telling Royce Isaacs to get up, get control, get in the game right now, because Royce Isaacs is a mere seconds away from losing the opportunity to walk out of here with that championship.
Yeah, seconds away if he hits this Phoenix splash. Going for it. Out of the way was the champ. Swing and a miss by Isaacs. Round and round they go. Champ's in big trouble here. Deep hook of the leg. Powers his way out. You can see, you mentioned the eyes basically rolling back in the head of Isaacs, the champion on the defensive. Get Iovine out of there.
We get Iovine out of there.
Oh, that'll do it.
Absolute disgusting. He has no business doing that. He wasn't even in the match.
No. Look out here. The Superman punch. Now the hush money from the outside.
And still, Kennelly, and still.
Not yet.
Here is your winner, and still United Television Champion, Royce Isaacs.
Heartbreak City for the challenger. Came so close if he had hit that Phoenix splash. But what on earth was Jamie Iovine doing on the outside? That distraction, in my estimation, really cost young Fuego Adrian Quest. And then that huge hush money from the outside gets it done. Somehow, some way, Royce Isaacs finds a way. And look at now, it's just an exhausted.
The loser. Whoa, what is this?
That's Andy Brown.
Oh, I know what this means, Kennelly.
Maybe Uptown Andy Brown looking to bolster the ranks, but Adrian Quest having no part of it.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining us for part 2 of Milestone.
Blockbuster events come with blockbuster matches, and what a main event we just saw between Adrian Quest and Royce Isaacs.
Despite having all the tools and all the talent, Royce still seems happy to lean on a little help from his manager, Jamie Iovine.
Yeah.
We saw Adrian bust out every play in his playbook, including some offense we'd never seen, but he took the time to hit Jamie with a much-deserved kick, which gave Royce the opening to hit his patented hush money suplex from the outside, and in turn, he scored the victory.
Unbelievable. After winning the TV title, only to have it stricken from the record book, I think everyone wanted to see Adrian Quest overcome the setbacks and have a milestone moment. But Jamie Iovine and Royce Isaacs, they played spoiler today.
You also got to wonder what in the world Andy Brown was doing out there smiling while his friend laid in defeat.
What an excellent main event. And we've got 3 more for you right here next week on our milestone finale.
We have a 2 out of 3 falls match, a United Tag Team title match,
Yes.
and a Heritage Championship match all in 1 hour.
Oh man, it's loaded. Don't miss a second of the fastest hour in pro wrestling. Fans, we'll see you next week.